Okay, no, they put 15 on for now, so. Can you feed me programming, Eric?
I'm sorry, your level dropped. What was that?
Can you feed me programming?
Okay, hang on.
Vitamin D and regular exercise.
Got it.
A bone density test called DEXA helps detect low bone mass and bone disease called osteoporosis. If you're 65 or older, Medicare provides free bone density tests every 2 years. Ask your doctor to schedule yours. For more information on how to be bone strong.
So you can go to commercial right at, or go to the open right after this stop set.
It ends in 20 seconds. Are you sure?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
We even offer a local chapter near you. Find support for your blood or bleeding disorder and connect with your local chapter by visiting hemophilia.org/chapter. That's HEMOPHILIA. Hemophilia.org/chapter.
You're listening to News Radio WJPF Heron and WCIL Carbondale.
You still getting it?
Yep, I'm good.
Division of Max Media.
Proud once again to be your home for Carterville Lion athletics all season long. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the SIU Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, Montgomery's Place, Central Hospital for Animals, First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Riggin Palach and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the City of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polar Whip, and the Bank of Herring. It's time for the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF. Here's Keenan Clark and the voice of the Lions, Dave McKenzie.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Carterville High School, the first home basketball game for Coach Shane Hawkins and the Lions, taking place tonight as they are hosting the Vienna Eagles here on this Tuesday night. Actually, two home games this week, tonight and on Friday night, as the Carterville Lions are going to open conference play when cross-county rival the Heron Tigers come to town on Tuesday night. We're glad to have you here this evening. It's Dave McKenzie with you. We are flying solo this evening. John Holman unavailable to join us this evening, and so we've got a good basketball game that we are getting ready to present to you. Two solid ball teams. This Vienna Eagle team, they come in on the game tonight with a 4-1 record. They have wins over Carrier Mills, El Dorado, Meridian, and Massac. Now on Saturday night, Nashville Hornets got the best of the Vienna Eagles, 60-40 on Saturday night. But a very strong team for the Vienna Eagles and Coach Berlin Brower to start this season. Carterville coming off that second-place finish at the Trico Invitational last week. They picked up wins over Jabot, Redbud, and Trico. Lost their game last Monday night to Steelville, 62-56, a game in which they had a lead of about 7 points in the third quarter and just couldn't hang on to that to close out the ball game. Steelville picked up that win, 62-56. Alex Kimbrough, an outstanding week at the tournament as he was selected to the all-tournament team there at Trico, and he has just been outstanding, averaging about 10.8 points per game. You have Caden Wilson, who has been absolutely fantastic as well, averaging over 11 points a ball game, 11.8 to be exact. And but those two seem to set the pace for this Carterville offense. They can go inside, and Jaden, he'll take it into the paint as well. This Vienna Eagles team, of course, coming in 4-1 and they just had a great start. And, of course, one of the big wins that they had this past week was over the Meridian Bobcats, 71-65, a 6-point win there at their tournament. And this Meridian team, many believe probably better than they were last year, and Vienna got the win by 6 points over Meridian earlier last week. Both teams are out on the floor. They're going through their pregame shoot-around. This is our IBEW Local 702 pregame show. We're going to go on and take our first break here this evening, and when we come back, I had a chance to talk to head coach Shane Hawkins just a few minutes ago. We'll have that interview. It's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
How long do you want me to take, and do you want me to go straight into the interview from here?
Yeah, go 90 seconds, then the interview, and then 60 seconds before bringing it back to me.
Okay, I see in here a spot labeled City of Carterville, but I don't see anything on the hotkey page.
That's a live read for me. I have that.
Okay.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place. Take it a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Eric, can you feed the programming on that coach interview to me? Thank you.
Damn it, hold on. I didn't have time to power up the other one. I was just going to run it off of the saw, and it's not playing.
Okay.
Hold on, I got you after this spot.
Okay.
Hawkins joining us here on our pregame show. Coach, it's nice to be back in the home gym tonight.
Yeah, you never have enough home games.
No, that's true.
Oh, and you know it's good. Your tournament week, and we get to play a couple at home, and but then you look in 2 weeks we're in another holiday we're in a holiday tournament, and get a couple more home games, and then you're in the BIT, and then then you're on the final stretch there. But yeah, absolutely great to be at home, and it's just a different feel when you play at home. It's so hard to win on the road, and hard to win on neutral site games, and it doesn't matter who you play, it doesn't matter the sport, it doesn't matter the level. It's just hard to win on the road, and so we'll see if we can't protect home court tonight.
It was actually a pretty good week to start off. I mean, you'd like to get the win over Steelville, but to come out 3-1 to start the season, you got to feel pretty good about that. And then this week you got a really strong Vienna Eagle team, and then you're jumping to conference play against Heron coming up Friday night.
Yeah, and I think we would probably feel better about ourselves if it was. I didn't really like the way we lost the Steelville game. We're up 7 in the third quarter, and just we didn't play very well, and we'd still put ourselves in that situation to be up 7 in the third quarter and couldn't. It was kind of the next 5 possessions were kind of like we were. We just weren't real sharp, and but I think we learned from it. I think we've. Again, we needed film. We needed to see games. We needed to be in front of playing somebody else and being in the crowd and having the referees call foul. And so I think that has helped us, or at least it has the last couple of days of practice. But we'll see. It's Vienna's good, and they're going to press. They're They're going to push the tempo, and they're going to push the envelope a lot. They're going to play hard, and they're going to attack the basket. And they cause this will be game 5, and we haven't played anybody that's played like this. So again, you're playing your 5th different style of game in game 5, and sometimes that's hard to, because you set your defense, or you have your defensive principles, and then you play somebody like Redbud, who uses penetration to kick for threes, which was way different than what we're doing. We couldn't get off to help as much because in the second half they hit 6 threes. So you have your principles, but you have to be able to adjust each game or game by game to be able to kind of survive this game. And these guys are going to use their penetration. They attack the rim really, really hard. They will shoot threes, but they are attacking it to get to the rim to score. And so now it's kind of back to our base defense of being able to keep the ball out of the paint and not let them attack the rim all night.
Talk about, coming last week, Alex Kimbrough was just outstanding. He was made the all-tourney team at Trico. His play tonight is going to be important to counteract that.
Yeah, because he's athletic and strong enough, and he's got to be able to go guard, whether he guards Winter Route or whether he guards Silas Cruder or whether he guards Braden Smith. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's got to be able to go guard those guys and still be efficient offensively. And Hunter Webb's about as good as athlete as there is in the South, and he can score from 3, and he can score it off the bounce, and he attacks the rim relentlessly. So we have to be able to keep him under wraps, and it's not just going to be a one-man show with him. It's going to take all of us. It's not just going to be Alex or K-Dub or whoever gets stuck on him. It's going to be a team effort to corral him and make him take tough shots.
So they come in 4-1. That one loss to Nashville. What was the difference in that game?
I think they had a lot of sickness last week. I think they had a different starting lineup. Winter Route didn't start. Cruder did, and he may start again tonight. We haven't got that far yet. But they had guys out of school all week, a day or two here and a day or two there, and they just kind of passed it back amongst each other last week. So, and Nashville's good. I mean, let's give Nashville.
They always are.
Yeah. And when you play Nashville and you've never played them, trying to prepare for them, it's a different animal. And usually a lot of teams that go try to play them the first time, they don't fare very well just because of the style of play.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach, and we'll talk in the postgame.
All right, thank you.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
High school football means Friday Night Live is here. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. It's Dave McKenzie with you this evening, getting you set for the Lions matchup tonight against the Vienna Eagles. A good game on Saturday night for the Lions as they close out the Trico tournament. And we mentioned earlier about Alex Kimbrough. He was the one Lions player that was selected to the all-tournament team. And he's just had he and Caden Wilson have been outstanding. Of course, got to remember that the Carterville Lions are without their point guard, Drew Barrington, who averaged last year probably about 12 and a half points a ball game, that he's not been available. Now, hopefully, if everything goes as well, of course, Drew coming off a off-season knee injury, but maybe by the end of the month we may have Drew back, and if not, it'll be the 1st of January. But that'll be some 12 additional points that Lions will get whenever Drew Barrington makes the return. But you got to give credit to Alex Kimbrough and Caden Wilson. They have both been outstanding. They're both averaging double digits so far this season. It's Caden Wilson averaging about 11.8 points a ball game, and Alex averaging about 10.8 points per ball game. But they have just been outstanding here to start the season for Coach Shane Hawkins and the Carterville Lions. The Lions wrapped up their last game was against the Trico Pioneers, and they win it in blowout fashion, 57-21. They held Trico to just 3 points to start that game. At the end of the first quarter, they had a 9-3 lead, and Trico just never really was able to get on track, and Carterville's defense was outstanding. In that game, you had Alex Kimbrough, who finished with 5 in the game, 12 from Caden Wilson. It was Zach Snow that got hot, and he got hot late in that game as he hit a couple of threes for the Carterville Lions. Logan Engel was outstanding. He finished with 8 points in the ball game. And then you had Colton Hawkins, who finished with 6. Also getting in the book, Dante Wilson, Maddox Scully, Max Lustenberger, Parker Poole finished with 4. That's a guy that I think for Coach Shane Hawkins that I'm hoping can get hot. He had an outstanding game in the opener against Waterloo Jabot, where he finished with 13 points. He's played outstanding. He just hasn't been rewarded with the point total. So hopefully, be nice to see him to get up there and maybe get in the 8, 9, 10 point per ball game range for Parker Poole, because he's just an outstanding athlete. And hopefully, that's what we've got coming. We are going to go on and take our final break here on our IBEW Local 702. When we come back, we're going to have the starting lineups and the tip-off. The Lions taking on the Vienna Eagles next on News Radio WJPF. This is our anthem.
Owned and operated full-service funeral home, serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Regan Palage and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there. SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking and e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU-CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required. Insured by NCUA.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering
I'm going to stop after this one.
members enjoy 24/7 access.
Yes.
9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a single room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie here. Flying solo tonight as Lions are getting ready to take on the visitors, the Vienna Eagles. Vienna, they are 4-1 on the season with wins, as we mentioned earlier, over Carrier Mills, El Dorado, Meridian, and Massac County. That one loss to the Nashville Hornets this past Saturday night. Carterville coming off wins in the Trico tournament over Jabot, Redbud, and Trico. They lost a close one to Steelville by 6, 62-56. The starting lineups are being announced now for Coach Berlin Brower. And the starting lineup is as follows. The 6'2 senior, number 1, Braden Smith. Excuse me. The 5'9 senior, number 3, Joe Buenaraud. The 6'2 senior, number 11, Hunter Webb. The 6' senior, number 24, Jackson Etheridge. And the 6'4 junior, number 33, Brian Stepp. So for Coach Berlin Brower, Smith, Buenaraud, Webb, Etheridge, Stepp, the starters here this evening. Coach Shane Hawkins going with the same starting lineup. he's used so far this season in the first 4 games. It's Alex Kimbrough. We've talked about him, number 3, the 6-foot senior, averaging 10.8 points per ball game. Number 11, Caden Wilson, the 5'10 junior, averaging 11.8 per game. Number 21, the 6'4 junior, Colton Hawkins, averaging 6 points a ball game. Number 23, the 6'4 senior in Parker Poole, he comes in averaging 6 points a ball game. And then Maddox Gully, the sophomore, 5'9", who comes in averaging 3.5 points per ball game. So for Coach Shane Hawkins, Kimbrough, Wilson, Hawkins, Poole, and Gully, the starting 5 here this evening, as the Carterville Lions just did their welcome, the cheerleaders did their welcome cheer for the fans. A decent crowd here for a Tuesday night. As Alex Kimbrough is announced, here comes Parker Poole off the bench. Student section to our left. Nice crowd from Vienna here on the visitor side. Parker Poole on the floor now. Here's Caden Wilson coming, fist bumping the officials and Coach Berlin Brower. And then finally it's Colton Hawkins on his way to greet the head coach from Vienna. And Maddox Gully on the floor as well. We're glad to have you with us here this evening. Don't forget, we have our YouTube live stream up and running this as well. And you can go to YouTube, you can just search Vienna Eagles and Carterville Lions. Going to be back in action here coming up Friday night as the Lions get into conference play. The Heron Tigers going to make the drive over, and looking forward to that matchup on Friday night as well. But we got to get through this matchup tonight. This Vienna team, they are outstanding. So we'll see how they respond coming out of that Trico tournament, in which they finished second place for the third year in a row at that Trico tournament. Here come the Lions out of their break. And it's going to be Parker Poole jumping against Hunter Webb. Webb, who stands 6'2", Parker Poole, who stands 6'4". No wasting time by the officials. We're underway. And the Lions win the tip. They bring it here near side, moving left to right. Carterville in their home whites this evening with the blue numbers. Skip pass over to the left side to Kimbrough. Drives the baseline, bounce pass to Parker Poole, can't finish, can't get it to go, and the rebound is grabbed by Jackson Etheridge for the Eagles. Up top, it's Winterroud. Dribbles to the left side. Nice backdoor feed, but it was picked off by Maddox Gully. First turnover of the game, and Parker Poole gets fouled, and Parker's going to be shooting 2 free throws, as the foul is going to be on the Vienna Eagles. And the foul on Jacob Waters, number 42. Parker Poole shooting 61.5% from the line, hits the first free throw here this evening. Parker. That one just a little bit short, and the rebound is grabbed by Braden Smith for the Eagles. Lions have the 1-0 lead, 45 seconds in to this opening quarter. Here comes Winterroud across the top of the key to the right side. Dishes it off now to Brian Stepp. Stepp, top of the key to Hunter Webb, and a charging is called on the Vienna Eagles, and that is going to be on Jackson Etheridge. So 2 early fouls here on the Eagles to start this first quarter. Carterville leads it 1-0. And Lions break the press. Jumper from about 15 for Caden Wilson, no good, but Parker Poole gets the rebound. Gully back to Poole, top of the key. They go to Hawkins, right wing. Caden Wilson's 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Braden Smith gets the rebound for the Eagles. Takes it into the front court, and a foul is going to be called on Carterville. That's going to be on Colton Hawkins. Colton, who has been in foul trouble in these first 3-4 games. And he picks up his first one as the inbound pass is thrown up top to Hunter Webb. Webb has Kimbrough on him. Now it's Waters. They work it over to the left side. Top of the key now to Webb, and he gets bumped out top again. So that is going to be on Alex Kimbrough. So Kimbrough has a foul. And it's going to belong to the Eagles, baseline left. So they throw it in. Bounce pass was tipped out of bounds off of Parker Poole. It's going to stay with the Eagles. Etheridge triggers in for Vienna. Gets it in to Winteroud. Winteroud stepped on the sideline, out on the far side, and turnover number 2 on the Eagles. So neither team really able to get into their offensive sets here. The pass finds Parker Poole. Nice feed to Kimbrough. He gets hammered, and Winteroud just picked up his first. As it was a beautiful pass from Parker Poole here on the baseline to Alex Kimbrough, who was cutting down the opposite side of the lane. Alex shooting free throws at a 51% clip, misses the first one. 1-0 is our score, 6:20 showing on this first quarter clock. Kimbrough, the left-hander. Can't get the second one to go. Cold shooting here for the Lions to start this game. 1-0 our score. And it's the Eagles with it. Smith, top of the key to Waters. Now, they bring it back to the left side. Braden Smith into the paint, dishes it, and a travel call. So that's 3 possessions by Vienna and 3 turnovers by Vienna to start this ball game. Carterville, Vienna picks up the 1-2-2 press. Bounce pass, Carterville has it in the front court. Nice feed to Kimbrough, dishes it out. That's Colton Hawkins' 3, no good. And over the back call is going to be called on Caden Wilson. As Caden picks up foul number 1, team foul number 3 on the Lions. So Carterville's going to pick up some pressure in the backcourt as they get the ball to Joe Winteroud. He brings it into the front court. Bounce pass to Waters. Around the top of the key, that's Hunter Webb. Takes it, or excuse me, Braden Smith. And another foul. And that is going to be on Maddox Gully, the first on Gully. So Gully, Hawkins, Wilson, Kimbrough each have fouls. And at the line, it's going to be Braden Smith, the 6'2 senior for Vienna, as he misses his first free throw. Braden, the right-hander, can't get the second one to go, and Colton Hawkins gets the rebound. So both teams are cold here. It's 1-0, 5.5 minutes remaining. 2.5 minutes gone. Wilson to Hawkins. Hawkins hits the 3. Maybe we can get him going. Lions lead it 4-0 here. 5:15 remaining in this first quarter. Crossing over, jumper, no good from Hunter Webb. Ball was on the ground, and Kimbrough gets the rebound. Dishes it off to Gully. Gully across the logo at midcourt. Down the lane, the runner, a reach-in foul is going to be called. And it's going to be on Winteroud. That's going to be number 2 on Job, and he's going to have to go to the bench. He did not play the last game because of illness. And coming in to replace him is going to be Silas Kruder. Kruder wearing number 14 here this evening. Hawkins has it, finds Poole, now top of the key to Wilson, left side to Maddox Gully. Great ball movement by the Lions. In stride 3 from Hawkins off the back of the iron, but Kent Wilson gets the rebound. Now it's Maddox Gully that hits the 3-pointer for Carterville. Lions are up 7-0 on Vienna. Nashville beat this Vienna team on Saturday night by 20. 60-40. Driving into the paint, floater with the right hand is good, though, for Hunter Webb. Vienna on the scorebook. Parker Poole the other way. The runner can't get it to fall, but he does get fouled. And it's going to be on Jackson Etheridge, and that's going to be number 2 on Etheridge to go along with the 2 fouls on Joe Winterout, who's on the bench. So Parker Poole, we mentioned it earlier, 61% free throw shooter. His first one is good. Parker's got 2 here in this first quarter. He's averaging about 6 a game, and like I said, he started the season with about 11 the first night. The second one comes up a little bit short, and the Eagles get the rebound. It's Kruder. Dishes it down toward the baseline left, taking it into the paint, losing the handle. Carterville comes away with it. Parker Poole ties it up, and the jump ball, possession is going to leave it with the Vienna Eagles. 3 turnovers on the Eagles as well, with about halfway through this first quarter, and a foul in the paint. That may be on Kimbrough, and if it is, it's going to be number 2. Nope, Poole picks up the foul. So 5 players with fouls, and at the line is going to be Jacob Waters, the 6'4 senior, yes, from Vienna as he hits the first free throw. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville, reminding you the city's 14th annual Downtown Christmas is coming up this Saturday from 5 until 8. Join us for carriage rides, pictures with Santa, food, games, and fun for the whole family. You can go to visitcarterville.com for more details. The mayor and the city of Carterville saying, let's go Carterville. As Waters hits the second free throw, the Lions have it. K-Will now to Hawkins, over to the right corner. That's Parker Poole. Back to Colton. Colton looks inside. Poole slides through. And the pass, the first turnover of the game on the Lions. The other way, the layup is good from Braden Smith. 8-6 our score. Vienna's clawed right back into this. Gully to Poole, who gets it to Caden Wilson. Parker Poole, his three from the right wing was an air ball, and the Eagles take it the other way. Out on the left wing, in step. Etheridge 3, too strong. Getting the rebound is Jacob Waters. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Carterville Lions. Eight to 6 our score, 3:15 here in the first quarter. Dave McKenzie with you this evening. First home game of the year for the Carterville Lions. They feed Alex Kimbrough. Now, Caden Wilson's three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Hunter Webb, and the putback is no good. The foul is going to be on Vienna, and it's going to be on Hunter Webb as Colton Hawkins got the ball back. So 2 free throws coming to Colton. Colton shooting 50% from the line here to start this 2024 basketball season. Where's number 21? The 6'4 junior. Free throw's good. This Lions broadcast is also brought to you by IBEW Local 702, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Second from Colton Hawkins. He's good. 5 now for Colton. Lions lead it by 4, 10-6, 2:50 remaining in the opening quarter. It's Kruder, dribbles around the right side, got to the low block, pulls up, fadeaway jumper a little bit short, and the rebound is grabbed by Logan Engel. Engel into the front court to Hawkins. Back to Engel, corner left, 3, air ball, but Caden Wilson gets it. Now he feeds Poole, who couldn't hit it cleanly. Carterville keeps it. Engel to Caden Wilson. Another opportunity for the Lions. Wilson, Hawkins, he's between the circles. to Wilson on the right wing. Back and forth they go, trying to get Parker Poole freed up in the paint. Left wing, Ingles got a three. Little too strong, and the ball out of bounds is going to stay with the Carterville Lions. As stepping out of bounds was Jacob Waters. He threw it off the head of Alex Kimbrough. So Zach Snow is going to come into the game for the Lions. He's going to replace Parker Poole. Colton Hawkins will trigger the inbound, baseline right. Lions moving left to right on your radio dial to start this game. Snow, top of the key, right side to Engel. Now they feed the post, the high post, turnaround jumper for Hawkins. In and out, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Jackson Etheridge. His outlet pass to Kruder. Kruder inside the arc, right side. Pulls up the dribble, thought about the three. Now he gives it to Hunter Webb. Hunter Webb dribbles with the left hand across the logo at midcourt. Keeps it himself, left side of the circle. Tries to dribble in on Caden Wilson. Wilson got a hand on it. Ball's on the floor. Goes into the backcourt. It was tipped. Carterville's got it. Ball's out of bounds. It was kicked by Braden Smith, and great hustle by Caden Wilson to stay with the ball. He hustled, was crawling on the floor. The ball went off the foot of Braden Smith. Another turnover. Turnover number 4 on the Vienna Eagles. They get it in to Hawkins. Hawkins, the baseline drive, kicks it out. Put back is good from Caden Wilson. He's in the scorebook, and we have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Berlin Brower. Lions lead it 12-6. 1:26 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
The playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. For men, women, and children, they're offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome on South Division Street in Carterville. It's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Minute 26 remaining here in the opening quarter. Lions doubled up the Eagles here to start things off. They lead at 12-6. Eagles have the ball coming out of the timeout into the front court. Kruder steps across the timeline. He reverses, has Engel. Jumper from the elbow is good from Kruder. He got free of the defender and Logan Engel. And Kruder, Vienna stole the basketball, and a bucket from, or a shot from Braden Smith was no good. Colton Hawkins got the rebound, and Braden Smith fouled him. So it's going to be Carterville basketball on the far sideline. 2 turnovers on the Lions unofficially, 4 on the Vienna Eagles here in this first quarter. 12-8 our score, 62 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. And Colton Hawkins is actually going to be shooting free throw. He's got 5 here in the first quarter. And he's got great shooting touch. Oh, nice to be able to come home and shoot on your own court. This is the first home game for the Lions, so that's got to help them feel a little more comfortable. The second from Hawkins is good. Colton's got 7 of the 14. Lions up 14-8. 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Here comes Kruder. Feeds the high post. That's Waters. Waters looks for the cutter. Ball is tipped away. Hawkins comes away with it. 5th turnover. Lions basketball. Cutter is Kimbrough. Back to Hawkins. Head fake. 15-foot jumper. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Jackson Etheridge for Vienna. Gets it to Kruder. Kruder behind the back across the logo. Launches straightaway 3. Long rebound. No good. And Carterville has the basketball with 22 seconds remaining. It looks like Carterville's going to hold for the final shot. Hawkins across midcourt at the logo. Left-right dribble, 15 seconds here remaining in the first. Snow feeds the high post. Turnaround jumper was blocked from Engel. Wilson gets it. 3, no good. Hawkins gets the rebound. Floater with the right hand, good for Colton Hawkins. 9 in the game for Colton with 1 second on the shot. The shot at the buzzer, no good. And that ends the first quarter, and a good first quarter it was for Carterville as they lead it 16-8 here over the Vienna Eagles. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Bank with people you know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Polar Whip of Southern Illinois. Come taste the legend there in Energy. They now have car hops at the Polar Whip, 618-988-9210. And they'll have it waiting for you when you arrive at Polar Whip in Energy. 16-8 our score here at the end of this first quarter. Lions look good. And the Lions have the ball here as we start play in the second quarter. Wilson skip pass to Logan Engel. Baseline drive from Engel. Got free. And they call a travel on Logan. And that is going to be the third turnover on Carterville here in the first half. Colton Hawkins is going to check out as Parker Poole comes in for Coach Shane Hawkins. Also coming onto the floor is going to be Jaden Wilson. Jaden replacing Logan Engel, who comes to the bench. So on the floor right now, Zach Snow, Parker Poole, Caden Wilson, Jaden Wilson, and Alex Kimbrough. Inbound pass thrown. And a receiver in Jackson Etheridge, and Carterville fouls, and I believe that's on Poole. Parker Poole just picked up his second foul. So you have Poole with 2. And a jumper and a foul. The bucket's going to count. So the foul is called on Caden Wilson. It's going to be the second on Caden as the bucket was good from Hunter Webb. So a chance at the three-point play. And the free throw's good. 5 in the game for Hunter Webb. We have a 5-point ball game. Lions with the 5-point lead and the ball, 16-11. Just 30 seconds gone here in this second quarter. Snow, skip pass right side to Jaden Wilson. Jaden feeds the post. Parker Poole off the glass, a little short. Long rebound, Poole saves it and gets it to J-Will. Now they work it around the perimeter. Snow out on the left wing to Caden Wilson. Dribbles with the right hand, brings it top of the key. Whips it back the other way to Snow. Down to the low block. Kimbrough dishes it to the corner. Good ball movement once again by the Lions. 7 minutes remaining. Kimbrough down toward the low block. Finds Snow. Snow's 3. No good. Poole the rebound. Tried to get the shot up and he got fouled as Jacob Waters grabbed hold of the arm. And so Parker Poole has free throws coming. Jacob Waters has 2 fouls. Waters with 2. Jackson Etheridge with 2. Joe Buenaround with 2 for Vienna. Poole, who's got 2 points here in the game, misses the free throw. He's had some opportunities to knock down some throws. That one in and out, no good. And it's Hunter Webb that gets the rebound. Webb feeds Smith. Out here on the left wing is Kruder. He's got Jaden Wilson on him around the screen. Kruder inside the arc, left wing. Throws it up top now to Hunter Webb. Webb to the block, runs over the defender. A charge is going to be called on Hunter Webb as he ran over the Carterville defender. The turnover, that is going to be the 6th overall here in the first half, as Colton Hawkins is going to check in for Shane Hawkins. He comes in to replace Caden Wilson. Snow, Hawkins, Kimbrough, Jaden Wilson, and Poole on the floor for the Lions. Jay Will, left side to Snow. Head fake by Snow from 3. Back to Zach. Skip pass, tipped, but winds up with Colton Hawkins. Now top, straight away, 3. Good for Jaden Wilson. Wilson averaging 4 points a ball game, hits the 3, gives the Lions the 8-point lead. It's 19-11. Coming across midcourt is Kruders. Kruder dribbles inside the arc, now to the elbow to Hunter Webb, and a foul reach in on Carterville. And that is going to be Alex Kimbrough in his second. So it's going to belong to the Eagles, baseline left. It's 5:57 remaining until halftime. Coming up, we'll have our Bank of Heron halftime report. Jumper from about 16, no good. Put up by Hunter Webb, and Carterville gets the board. Front court to Wilson. Jaden on the right wing. Bounce pass down low to Parker Poole. Little easy right-hand floater, no good. It was in and out. Those will fall for you. Just keep shooting, Parker. Driving in, Kruder into the paint, dishes it off, gets it to Jacob Waters, who finishes. 4 in the game for Waters, and a travel, double dribble is called on Carterville. Turnover number 4 on the Lions. This went around, comes back onto the floor. Braden Smith also on the floor for Vienna, replacing Jacob Waters. Here's Smith, spins at the elbow, has Snow, bumping him down to the low block, skip pass left side to Winterround, takes it to the hole, reverse layup, no good. Zach Snow fights off and gets the rebound. Here comes Colton Hawkins into the front court. Jaden Wilson, 3, left wing, no good. Parker Poole over the back. Slapped him on the wrist as he got into the back. And Parker Poole now has 3 fouls. And so Coach Shane Hawkins is going to have to get Parker Poole off the floor, and quickly gets Logan Engel up. Poole goes to the Lions bench. That's been one of the trouble spots for the Lions here early this season, is the foul trouble. Parker's had that at least one of the first 4 games. Into the paint, Smith off the glass, no good. And Engel gets the rebound for Carterville. Outlet pass to Jay Will into the front court. Now to Hawkins. Hawkins back to Jaden Wilson. Bounce pass to the low block. Kimbrough, double team off the glass and good. Alex Kimbrough has his first field goal of the game. The Lions lead it 21-13, an 8-point lead. 4:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Out on the right wing, dribbling in is Kruder. Kruder backs it up toward the logo, now to the left wing to Smith. Smith, left-hand dribble, inside the arc. Needs someone to dish to, finds it, throws it up top to Carrick. Now it's top of the key to Kruder. He backs it up. 4 minutes remaining till halftime, 21-13. Lions have the lead. Kruder to Smith. Patience being shown, and a timeout is called by Coach Berlin Brower here. 3:51 remaining with a timeout on the floor. Lions lead at 21-13. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
The seasons are changing, and it's getting colder. And your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com, your local York dealer. Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville. They're offering programs for infant to school-age children, as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. That's at Malone's Early Learning Center. Coming out of the timeout called by Coach Berlin Brower. Lions lead it 21-13, and it's Vienna basketball. Out on the left wing is Kruder. Has Jaden Wilson on him defensively. Man-to-man D for Carterville. Up by 8 points, and a foul called on Alex Kimbrough. At least I think it was on Kimbrough. They haven't posted it. No, Jaden Wilson who picks up the foul. It's going to be the first on Jaden. I was going to say that was going to be the third on Kimbrough. So at the line, it's going to be Silas Kruder shooting free throws. And he can't get the first one to go. Kruder, the 5'10 sophomore, one of the starters for Coach Berlin Brower. This Vienna team was selected as the 103.5 ESPN High School Basketball Team of the Week this past Saturday. Kruder misses the second free throw, 3.5 remaining, 21-13. It's Lions ball, Wilson to Engel. Logan throws it back to J. Will. Now they work it left side. That is Hawkins. His pass picked off. Fifth turnover on the Lions. They take it the other way. Carterville almost got it back. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Vienna. .3:16 remaining. Coming up, our Bank of Heron halftime report. They feed it down low. Webb, jumper over the top of the defender is good. Webb now with 7 in the game. And it's a 6-point lead for the Lions. Engel, top of the key, right side to Hawkins. Hawkins back to Wilson. Now it's Hawkins that puts up a 3 again, and Colton pops it from the left wing. That's exactly what the Lions need. Need Colton Hawkins to get hot. He's got 12. Lions are up 9 now, 24-15. They led it 16-8 at the end of the first quarter. Top of the key, they work it to the left side. That is Etheridge. Now to Kruder. Kruder takes it to the block, throws it back to Etheridge, spins, dishes it off to the left wing. Smith throws it away, and it's a turnover. Turnover number 2 here in the quarter, number 7 of the game for the Eagles. And it's Carterville basketball. 2:20 remaining. Lions are up 9, 24-15. Lions trying to improve to 4-1. The steal, the runner is good the other way from Braden Smith. 4 turnovers on the Lions here in the quarter. And it's a 7-point lead, 24-17. They feed the high post to Snow. That's Engel's 3, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Braden Smith for Vienna. The drive and the charge is called. Zach Snow takes the charge. And it is going to be on Hunter Webb as he went right over the Zach Snow. And what a job defensively by Carterville. The turnover gives it to the Lions. And it keeps it 24-17. And Berlin Brower, the head coach of Vienna, he's having a loud conversation with the near side official. Minute 40 remaining, 24-17. Maddox Gully into the game. He has it out on the left wing, thought about shooting. Dribbles out, now finds Engel. Engel back to Gully. Maddox to the top of by the circle. Now it's Engel's 3, little short. Zach Snow picks up the foul. He bumped in to Jacob Waters. And so Zach gets in on the foul parade for the Lions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players with fouls here in the first half. Parker Poole on the bench with 3. At the stripe, Jacob Waters, who's got 4 in the game. Waters, the 6'4 senior, hits his first free throw. 5 in the game for Jacob Waters, with another one coming. Number 2 is no good. Colton Hawkins, the board for the Lions. Minute 15 remaining until halftime. Engel, left wing, dribbles once. Now lobs it up top to Golly. Back to Engel, left wing. Down low to the block. Kimbrough, triple team there. Finds Gully. Back to Kimbrough. Waits on the defender, and a foul is going to be called on Jacob Waters. Kimbrough did a great job. The head fake got Waters in the air, and Waters straddled Kimbrough's head as he was coming down. And so Alex Kimbrough, who had to fight through a triple team, picks up the foul, and it's going to stay with the Lions here on the near sideline. 55 seconds remaining. So Waters checks out of the game for Vienna. Gully triggers in to Snow. Snow out toward the corner. Finds Hawkins. 3 from Colton. No good. Rebound grabbed by Braden Smith. 45 seconds remaining here till halftime. Here comes Kruder. He has it to the high hash. On the right side of the floor with a left-hand dribble. They work it around to Winterroud. Now to Etheridge. Smith has it at the elbow. Pulls up, bounce pass. Gets it back to Etheridge. 23 seconds remaining until halftime. Corner right, driving in. Dishing it to Winterroud. Off the glass high, no good. Tipped around. Hawkins the rebound for Carterville. A chance to close out the half with a possession for the Lions. 8, 7, 6 to Gully. And a double dribble by Maddox Gully gives it back to the Vienna Eagles. 7th turnover on Carterville. Unofficially, I have Vienna with 8 turnovers in the first half. So Hawkins comes out of the game. Shane Hawkins wants to get Johnny Miller in the game. Jaden Wilson on the floor, joining Maddox Gully. Logan Engel. So with 4 seconds, 3, they need a shutdown defender. Winterroud launches at the buzzer, no good, and that ends the first half of basketball. And Carterville looking pretty good. They lead the Vienna Eagles 24-18 here in the first half. We're going to go on and take a break here on our Bank of Heron. We'll go through and recap the scoring here in the first half when we return. Lions lead this one at the half, 24-18, back in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Matheen Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at bankofheron.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Welcome back to Carterville High School as the Carterville dance team, on the floor performing here at halftime. Good first half of basketball for the Carterville Lions. They lead at 24-18. They had a 8-point lead at the end of the first quarter. It was 16-8, and here 24-18 at the end of the first half. Running through the scoring, let's start first with the Vienna Eagles and Coach Berlin Brower. 7 on the first half for Hunter Webb, 5 from Jacob Waters, 2 from Silas Kruder, and then you have 4 points from Braden Smith. So just 4 players into the scorebook. And Coach Brower, he doesn't really go real deep on his players and in the scorebook. He'll only go 6-7 players deep. Carterville, here in the early season, Shane has been going 8-9 players deep pretty much through the first 4 games. 18 points scored by the Vienna Eagles here in the first half. Looking at the scoring for the Carterville Lions, Colton Hawkins, much needed, getting some points here in the first half and staying virtually foul-free. He only has 1 foul. That was one of the issues he ran into over at the Trico tournament as he spent a significant amount of time on the bench in foul trouble for Carterville. But what a first half it's been for Colton Hawkins. He's got 2 3-pointers. He's hit 4 from the line, and he's perfect from the stripe, and he's got a field goal to account for those 12 points. Jaden Wilson had a 3-pointer in the second quarter. Alex Kimbrough only has 2 points here at the halftime break, averaging 10 a game. You have 2 points from Caden Wilson, 2 from Parker Poole. Parker had to go to the bench there in the second quarter with his 3rd personal foul. And then Maddox Gully has a 3-pointer. So Carterville's got 4 3-pointers in this first half. This Carterville team shooting or averaging about 56 points a ball game, and they've been allowing about 46 points a ball game, shooting 43% from the field. From the 3-point arc, they're shooting about 26%, 26.5%, and from the stripe, they're about 54%. They lead it here at the half. It's 24-18. We will take a break here on our Bank of Herrin halftime report, and we'll be back in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fancer.
Hey, Eric, is there a Darren Kennard halftime report?
Offer comprehensive care for
It looks like it's dated. It's not running.
Okay, I didn't know if there would be tonight or not. I'm sure that's probably for Fridays.
Your family healthy. Call to schedule it.
But I did check it.
ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions.
Okay, good deal.
At the Bank of Herrin, we know the recipe for success begins with the right ingredients. So we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit accounts, added in helpful employees and a full trust department, and topped it off with a commitment of service to our communities. Put it all together, and it's clear why the Bank of Herrin is a leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Herrin, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
24-18 our score here at Carterville. Let's run through some scores from around Southern Illinois. Goreville is blasting Ziegler in the third quarter, 63-29. Carmi White County leads NCOE 17-13. It's Flora over Fairfield, tied with Fairfield at 18. And turning to Cahokia conference action or conference teams. Staunton leads East Alton Wood River 46-7. Carlisle over Chester 13-0. The GEC conference games, Carmi-White County leads NCOE 17-13. In South, 7 teams playing tonight. Centralia has a 9-point lead over the Jersey Panthers, 29-20. Those are the only scores that I've got updates on here this evening. Let's take a quick peek at our text messages, and yeah, I don't have anything else. So those are the scores that we have right now. We're going to go on and take another break here on our Bank of Heron halftime report. When we come back, we're going to have second half action. It's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF. Let's go two here.
2 minutes, gotcha.
Including Dr. Mathene Nexed and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
At the Bank of Heron, we know the recipe for success begins with the right ingredients, so we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit accounts, added in helpful employees and a full trust department, and topped it off with a commitment of service to our communities. Put it all together, and it's clear why the Bank of Heron is a leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. It's Dave McKenzie. We are glad to have you with us here this evening. Halftime, Lions have the 6-point lead, 24-18. Don't forget, Carterville going to be home coming up on Friday night. Conference game. It's the first conference game of the season for the Carterville Lions and the Heron Tigers. We'll have pregame coverage starting at about 7:30 for you here on News Radio WJPF. Tip-off is slated for about 7:45. Good first half for the Lions against this Vienna Eagles team. Vienna 4-1 on the season. Carterville came into tonight with a 3-1 record, and one of these two teams is going to walk out with their second loss on the season. Carterville in their home whites, their first home game of the year. Going to be moving right to left on your radio dial. But it's going to be Vienna basketball to start play here in this third quarter. 24-18 as we start the clock. Here comes Winterroud into the front court for Vienna. Hands it off to Webb. Now it's up top to Jacob Waters. To the right side to Webb. Webb inside the arc on the right side. A bump foul called on Caden Wilson, and that's going to be the third on Caden. To start things off here in the third quarter. Carterville's D matched up man-to-man. Off the glass, no good. Trying to tip it back in was the putback from Hunter Webb, and that was no good. And Carterville gets the rebound as Kimbrough grabs it. Here comes Gully into the front court. Colton Hawkins back to Maddox. Maddox inside the arc right side. K-Will finds Hawkins. Hawkins to the block. Dishes it to Poole. Mid-range from Parker. No good. And the rebound grab by Brayton Smith for Vienna. Winterroud into the front court. Brings it up between the circles, leaves it for Smith. Braden throws it at the rim. He got fouled, and that is going to be on Maddox Gully, his second. So 2 quick team fouls on Carterville, but putting Braden Smith at the line. Smith, who's got 4 points here in the first half, is at the line, an opportunity to score here in the third quarter. Braden, the 6'2 senior. His first free throw hits the front of the rim and falls in. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing. Serving Southern Illinois for 50 years, full-service garage with new computerized 4-wheel alignment machine. And if you need a tow, call 618-942-4875. Braden Smith hits the second free throw, cuts the lead down to 4. Carterville has the ball and the lead 24-20. Out on the right wing, Kate Will. Now back up top it goes to the left wing to Hawkins. There's Gully, back to Wilson. In stride 3, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Braden Smith for Vienna. Outlet pass to Winterround, brings it into the front court inside the arc. Leaves it out toward the right side, driving in is Webb. Dishes it corner right, 3 is good from Jackson Etheridge. Etheridge first point of the game, cuts the lead down to 1 point now. Left wing 3 for the Lions, no good from Wilson. And another rebound is pulled by Waters. So Vienna, chance to take the lead for the first time in the game. They trail by 1, 24-23. Lions up 1. They have led it from the jump here this evening. 6:10 remaining. Out to the right side to Etheridge. Lob down low to the block. That's Waters. Into the paint, off the glass, good. First lead of the game comes at the 6-minute mark, and it was 25-24 Vienna as Jacob Waters gets the field goal. Lions have it in the front court. Gully now to Hawkins. He's out on the left wing. Hasn't dribbled yet. Passes to the post. Down low to Poole, gets the bucket. Nice feed. Give the assist to Alex Kimbrough. Parker Poole finishes for the Lions. Lions are back up 26-25. Here comes Winterround. Out on the left wing. Cutting to the baseline. Off the glass and good. Hanging in the air, Hunter Webb gets the easy runner. And it's the Eagles up 27-26. Straightaway 3 for Hawkins. Off the iron, no good. And it is Jacob Waters. Jumper, no good for Braden Smith. And Carterville has it. Up top, Gully, left wing, Hawkins, 3. Colton pops. That is his third three-pointer. We have a timeout on the floor as the Lions are up by 2, 29-27. 4:39 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
Area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. It's Dave McKenzie with you here on this Tuesday evening. Night of action for the Lions, their first home game of the year. They led it 16-8 at the end of the first quarter, 24-18 at the halftime break. And here with 4:39 showing in the third quarter, they have the 2-point lead, 29-27. It's going to be Vienna basketball out on the far sideline. Baseline is Winterround. Throws it in and brings it toward midcourt. Caden Wilson on him defensively. Winterround brings it across the timeline. Feeds it to the right side. Webb now top of the key to Waters. Over to the left side. Etheridge, everybody getting a touch on this possession. Down the lane, a blocking foul is going to be called on Carterville, and it's going to be a shooting foul as Maddox Gully just picked up his third foul, his second here in the quarter. And at the line is going to be Jacob Waters shooting free throws. He's already been to the line and hit twice in the game. 7 points for Jacob Waters. And the free throw is no good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville, reminding you that coming up this weekend, it's the 14th annual Downtown Christmas in Carterville. That's on Saturday from 5 until 8 p.m. Carriage rides, pictures with Santa, food, games, whole lot of fun for the family. It's a great event. You can find more information online. Visit Carterville.com. That website is visitcarterville.com. That's where you'll find more details as Waters hits the free throw. He's got 8. Now it's a 1-point lead for the Lions with the ball. Out on the right side, K-Will feeds the high post. Nice feed down low to Kimbrough. Dishes it to Wilson. Top of the key, 3, no good. Rebound by Hawkins. Keeps it with the Lions. K-Will, head fake. Left wing, J-Will. Now it's Hawkins. Nobody out there on him. 3 from Colton Hawkins. Great ball movement from the Lions. 18 here in the game for Colton Hawkins. 32-28, the 4-point lead. They have it down low, fighting his way into the paint. Jacob Waters. Boy, that was a great possession for Waters. 32-30. Great job getting that shot off. Down low to Kimbrough. Left wing. Jade Wilson, no good. And over the back, it's going to be Alex Kimbrough. Just picked up his third personal foul. He went over the back of Jacob Waters. So you have Kimbrough with 3, Caden Wilson with 3 fouls, Parker Poole with 3 fouls, Maddox Gully with 3 fouls. And so some foul trouble for the Lions. It's going to be Eagles basketball. They trail by 2, 32-30 here in the third quarter. 3:20 remaining. Went around. Needs to get rid of it. Throws it up top. Kruder on the floor, lost the basketball. Not Kruder, but Hunter Webb travels with it. And that's the first turnover on Vienna here in the third quarter. First turnover of the quarter. It's going to be Carterville basketball right in front of the Vienna bench. Colton Hawkins awaits the basketball from the official. He steps over, hand in the air, throws it in. Jaden Wilson across midcourt. Right side to Hawkins. Back to J-Will. Logan Ingles into the game for the Lions. Oh, Hawkins has another open 3 and buries it. He is feeling it tonight. 21 for Colton Hawkins. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th three-pointer for Colton. Lions have the 5-point lead, 35-30, 2:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Off on the right wing, top of the key, 3, no good. Ball's tipped around. Winterround gets it into the paint, head fake, reverses, right wing 3 from Kruder, no good, and another rebound for Vienna, and the easy putback in the bucket's gonna foul. And I think Colton Hawkins just picked up the foul. The bucket's gonna count. It's actually Caden Wilson that picks up his 4th foul. As Jacob Waters has got a dozen in the game and a chance at 13 with the free throw. Kimbrough comes in. He replaces Caden Wilson. So Jacob Waters trying to get to the Baker's dozen. Lions lead it 35-32, 2:29 remaining here in the third quarter. Free throw is good. 2-point ball game, 35-33, 2:25 remaining. It's Carterville basketball, length of the floor to go. Jaden Wilson on the floor with Colton Hawkins, Zach Snow, Alex Kimbrough, and Logan Ingle, who has it out on the left wing right now. Between the leg dribble, right side, Snow thought about the 3, takes it to the elbow, stops, Double team there, steps through, and a foul called on Vienna. The foul is going to be on Hunter Webb, and that's going to be the 4th on Webb. So coming in to get Webb is going to be Jacob Waters. That was a quick breather for Jacob. Carterville basketball on the far baseline from our corner perch here at Carterville High School. Engel reverses into the paint, lost the handle, and a bump foul called on Vienna. Silas Kruder just picked up his first foul. So it's going to belong, stay with the Lions. Snow takes the inbound pass, left wing, dribbles, baseline, throws it up top. 3, no good, air ball, but Carterville keeps it as Snow gets the rebound. 3 the other way for Jaden Wilson, his 2nd of the game. 6 in the game for Jaden. Lions have the 5-point lead, 38-33 with 1:40 remaining here in the 3rd. Vienna 4-1 on the season. Carterville 3-1. And Logan Engel should have been called for a foul, and Coach Berlin Brower losing his mind. The floater with the right hand, no good, and another foul is going to be called. The foul, it's going to be on Logan Engel, his first. Coach Brower lost his ever-loving mind there for about 5 seconds. And he was right. No foul call. But right now at the line is going to be Silas Kruder. Silas with 2 points in the game. The 5'10 sophomore, his first free throw was good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702. International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Second free throw from Kruder is good. He's got 4, hits them both. Cuts it down to a 3-point lead for the Lions. With the basketball, though. Out on the left wing, Engel, top of the key, feeds the post to Kimbrough. Hawkins, another 3. Got pushed, missed the shot, and the rebound is grabbed by Vienna. Quickly, here comes Waters into the front court. To the corner left, 3, no good. Snow, a big rebound for Carterville. 65 seconds remaining, and a double dribble called on Carterville. And I've got that as the first turnover on Carterville here in the 3rd quarter. So it's going to come back to the Vienna Eagles here with 64 seconds remaining. It's going to be on the baseline. Vienna in their road orange with the big white numbers on the back. Vienna on the front of the jersey, says Vienna Eagles. And Smith puts the shot up, no good. Air ball as Colton Hawkins grabs it out of midair. There's 53 seconds remaining. Lions into the front court. Hawkins, who's got 21 here this evening, has the ball now to Snow. Snow bounce pass down low to Kimbrough. Kimbrough dribbles out to Zach. Zach now to Jaden. He's between the circles. 37 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Lions up 3, 38-35. Logan to J. Will. J. Will, top of the key, back to Logan Engel. 25 seconds remaining. Vienna setting back. Little bit of a zone. It's still kind of a zone matchup, I guess, for the Eagles. 16-15 on the clock. J. Will between the circles. Looks here with 10 seconds. Carterville's going to go. They get it to Hawkins. Hawkins just off the elbow, launches the 3, off the mark. Air ball goes out of bounds. Vienna's going to have 3.5 seconds left to go the length of the floor and close out this 3rd quarter. Can they get a shot off? They get it in. Winter round. Right side. It's Kruder at the buzzer. Off the front of the iron. They got the clean shot, but Carterville has a clean lead, 38-35 as we are heading to the 4th quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's Lions 38, Eagles 35 on News Radio WJPF.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special. When I met team members at Banterra Bank, they have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I've learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. I can access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
38-35 is our score here as we are heading to the fourth quarter. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Steve and Rich's Barber Styling. For men, women, and children, they're offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome right there on South Division Street in Carterville at Steve and Rich's Barber Styling. Also brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend in energy. A Southern Illinois tradition. Call ahead. Place your order at 618-988-9210. They've got car hops that'll bring it out to you when you arrive. That's at Polar Whip in Energy. Starting play here in the fourth quarter. Lions a 3-point lead and the ball, but a turnover gives it to Vienna. The other way, went around off the glass. He gets fouled, and Jaden Wilson just picked up foul number two. And so, Joe Buenaraud, who's been held scoreless here tonight. He may still be feeling a little bit under the weather. He missed the last game due to illness. The Vienna team had quite a bit of illness last week. In our conversation with Coach Shane Hawkins in our pregame, I asked Nashville beat this Vienna team. I said, what was the difference? He said it was illness. It kind of went through the Eagle locker room. Went around second free throw. The right-hander is good. He's in the scorebook. That gives him his first point. And it's a 2-point ball game, 38-36. Lions on top here by 2 with the basketball. Gully, left side to Caden Wilson. He's out on the left wing. Pitch and catch with Maddox Gully, top of the key. He takes it in the paint. Floater with the right hand, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Vienna. And that is going to be on Silas Kruder, the second on Kruder. So Carterville ball to that far baseline. Sliding through, Poole takes the inbound pass. On the floor, it's Poole, Hawkins, Kimbrough, K-Will, and Maddox Gully. Down low, and Caden Wilson gets fouled. I believe that may be on Jackson Etheridge. It's actually going to be on Winterround. That's going to be the third on Job. And Caden Wilson, who's got 2 points here in the game, he averages 11 a ball game. He's got 2 here so far. And he misses the free throw. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age children as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. That's at Malone's Early Learning Center. Caden Wilson, the 5'10 junior, 80% free throw shooter, missed the first, missed the second as well. Parker Poole battles for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Carterville. As they say, it was Jacob Waters was the last to touch. Wilson comes out of the game. Zach Snow comes in for Coach Shane Hawkins. Good Tuesday night basketball here, non-conference play. Hawkins throws the pass. It goes off of Vienna to the Carterville cheerleaders there on the far baseline. It's going to stay with Carterville. Snow's going to toss it in. 45 seconds gone here in the fourth. Poole takes the inbound pass. Has it out on the left wing. Zach Snow now. Left wing. Nice backdoor feed. Parker Poole couldn't hit the first run, but he follows it up. Beautiful pass from Snow. Great job by Parker Poole to finish. And the Lions are back up 4, 40-36. Under 7 to play. Winterround down the paint, got hammered, and I believe that's going to be on Maddox Gully. It is. And that's going to be the 4th on Gully. He's got 4. Caden Wilson has 4. Then you have Poole with 3. Kimbrough with 3. So at the line, Winterround, who hit a free throw just moments ago, hits that one. 16-8 was our score at the end of the first quarter. Lions had the 8-point lead. They led it by 6, 24-18 at the halftime break, and led it 38-35, the 3-point lead at the end of 3 as Winterround misses the free throw. Carterville's got the ball. Gully reverses, finds Snow. Snow, right side to Poole. He takes it inside to Art. Floater with the right hand, no good. Got his own rebound, left hand put back, no good. And it's Braden Smith that gets the rebound for Vienna. Great opportunity, Carterville just couldn't finish there. Winterround takes over. 6:20 remaining. Lions up 3, 40-37. Bounce pass here to Kruder. Top of the key, they work it to the left side. With it is Smith. Now Waters dishes it, corner right. 3 from Kruder, no good. Got his own rebound. He has it top of the key. 40-37, under 6. Vienna. Smith got free, and the little runner is good for Braden Smith. 8 for Braden. Makes it a 1-point ball game. Lions up 1. Gully inside the paint. Top of the key to Snow. His 3 may have been partially touched, and Winterround gets the rebound as Snow missed it to the left. Here comes Winterround into the front court. Backdoor feed to Smith, up and good. Vienna has regained the lead. Double digits for Braden Smith. Vienna back on top. It's a 1-point lead, 41-40. Shane Hawkins needs the timeout. And Vienna leads it by 1, 41-40. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks.
Hey, everybody online, thank you for watching. Missing a good ball game. Wish you were here. Thank you for watching.
Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
The seasons are changing, and it's getting colder. And your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com, your local York dealer. Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. It's Dave McKenzie coming up post-game-wise. It's going to be our Riggins, Pillage, and Burke Funeral Home post-game show. We'll recap the scoring here. We'll recap scores from around Southern Illinois, and Shane Hawkins will join us as well for our John A. Logan College Coaches Show. Good ball game. Vienna just regained the lead. They've trailed for a majority of the game. They've had the lead a couple of times, but they lead it now 41-40 as Vienna picks up the foul. They fouled Parker Poole. And it's going to be on Kruder, the 3rd on Silas from Vienna. That is the 3rd team foul. Each team with 3 team fouls here in the 4th quarter. 41-40, Vienna the lead, Carterville the ball. Maddox Gully crosses up on the defender, takes it right side. That's Caden Wilson with it. Got the screen from Poole, dishes it left side. Kimbrough to the paint, drug the foot, travel. Turns it over. And the turnover is going to give it back to Vienna, a chance for them to extend this 1-point lead. They've had the lead 3. This is the 3rd lead they've had in the game. So a chance to extend this 1-point lead with under 5 to play. Vienna 4-1 on the season. Carterville 3-1. Somebody's going to pick up their second loss of the year. Up top, Waters. Now right side to Kruder. Kruder to the elbow, dishes it off to Smith. And they reset. Waters holds at the logo. Back to Smith out toward the left wing. 4:25 remaining. 41-40. Smith to the top of the arc. Reverses it back the other way. Waters now with Poole on him defensively. Near side it goes to Kruder. Out toward the right wing, the right hash. Top of the key. They work it around to the left side now. Long possession here for the Eagles. Trying to get it to the paint. They do. Dish it. Step back three. Right wing. No good. Rebound grabbed by Hawkins as the shot was put up by Silas Kruder. No good. So under 4 to play now. Lions a chance to regain the lead. They trail 41-40. They feed the high post. That's Poole. Comes outside to arc. Right side. They work it toward Gully. Gully got bumped, and that's going to be on Silas Kruder, the fourth on Silas. So that is team foul number 4 on Vienna. I said earlier that Carterville had 3 team fouls. They only have 2 team fouls. I misspoke. 4 for Vienna, 2 for Carterville. It's Carterville ball as they get it into K-Will. Out on the right wing. Back to Maddox Gully. Gully back and forth, top of the key, now to the right side with the dribble. 3.5 remaining. Vienna the 1-point lead. Lions with the ball though. Left side. Caden Wilson now to Gully. Gully running the point for Shane Hawkins. Up top, crosses over, K-Will out on the left wing. Caden feeds the high post to Poole, finds Gully. He's open for 3, good! Boy, that's a big shot from Maddox Gully. His second 3 of the game. The Lions back up 2, 43-41. Vienna misses the shot here on the near side, and Carterville gets the rebound with 3 minutes to play. Good ball game. 43-41. Maddox Gully. That was a big shot from Gully moments ago after Vienna had taken that 1-point lead. Lions are up 2. K-Will has it. Now between the circles, right side to Gully. Gully out on the right wing. Bounce pass down low. And a foul is going to be called maybe on Winterroud. Or let's see here. It is going to be Winterroud that picks up his 4th. 4 on Winterroud, 4 on Webb, 4 on Kruder for Vienna. And at the line, it's going to be Colton Hawkins, who's got 21 points in the game tonight. Came into tonight averaging about 6 a game. He's been outstanding. He's got 5 3-pointers, and he misses the free throw. At the line this year, a 50% shooter. But he does have 4 from the stripe here this evening. 4 or 5, and he hits that one. 5 of 6. 22 for Hawkins, and a foul here on the near side on Carterville. And that is going to be on Caden Wilson, and Caden Wilson and his 11.8 points a ball game have just fouled out for the Carterville Lions. That's going to be number 5 as he looks toward Shane Hawkins. Shane's got 30 seconds to put a replacement in, and he's going to have a conversation with the officials first. The officials indicate going to be 2 free throws. So they're going to have Hunter Webb shoot the free throw, while Shane ponders who's going to take over for Caden Wilson, who just fouled out for the Lions. And that's going to be Zach Snow. Caden Wilson finishes the game with 2 points tonight, averages 11.8, and he just fouls out here at the 2:33 mark. So the free throw is good for Hunter Webb. That gives him 10. 3 players in double digits for Coach Berlin Brower, Braden Smith, Jacob Waters, and now Hunter Webb with 10, and he makes the second free throw. He's got 11. So 2.5 remaining. Lions have a 1-point lead, 44-43. Here's Maddox Gully, top of the key to Parker Poole. Poole hands it off, got bumped from behind, gives it to Kimbrough. Kimbrough trying to make his way to the rack. Off the glass, gets the bucket and a foul! Alex Kimbrough doing what Alex Kimbrough does. Gets the bucket and the foul. Big time move from AK as he gets into the paint. Gets the bucket. The foul is on Braden Smith. That's only the 4th point in the game for Alex. The free throw is no good. Gets the rebound, though. Comes right to him. Carterville could reset. Parker Poole on the left side. Now Jay Will up top. He dribbles with the left hand toward the left wing. Kimbrough, block. Off the glass. Oh, too strong. And Vienna pulls down the board. Lions up 2, 46-43. A minute 50 remaining here, and a timeout called by head coach Berlin Brower and the Vienna Eagles. Boy, Lions have a 3-point lead, 46-43. And it's a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's-only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
What a good ball game we have here at Carterville. Lions have a 3-point lead. It's 46-43. With a minute 50 remaining. I think I posted 90 seconds, but it's a minute 50. Vienna has the ball. So winner route up top. Carterville picks up the defensive pressure. They feed it here. Just off the circle, reach in. Hunter Webb has the ball slapped out, but it comes right back to him to the post, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Maddox Scully gets it for the Lions. As Hunter Webb couldn't finish for Vienna. A minute 20 remaining. Lions up 3, trying to extend that lead, 46-43. Carterville trying to go to 4-1. Vienna trying to go to 5-1 on the season. Vienna's lost to Nashville. Carterville's lost to Steelville at the Trico Invitational. 65 seconds remaining here. Lions nursing some clock, 46-43, 60 on the clock now. Bounce pass to Hawkins, Gully dribbles through and gets it back to Jay Will. Feeds the post. Kimbrough lost the handle. Turnover on the Lions. Yeah, but Vienna turns it over. Hawkins steals it. And a timeout is called on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout taken by Shane Hawkins. So back-to-back turnovers. Carterville got lucky there. And we've got a timeout. 46-43. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Special when I met team members at Ventura Bank. They have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. I can access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. It was an easy win for me. Ventura Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics. Member FDIC.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age children, as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. It's Malone's Early Learning Center. Also brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing since 1975. Full-service garage and towing. If you need a tow or maybe get locked out of your car, call Campbell Brothers at 618-942-4875. What a ball game. 45 seconds remaining. Lions are nursing a 3-point lead, 46-43. And it's going to be Carterville ball coming out of the timeout as they throw it into the backcourt. Jaden Wilson to Hawkins, and Hawk gets bumped as Jackson Etheridge just picked up his third foul. So Colton, who's got 22 in the game, is at the line, and he is one of them you would like to have there to close out the game at the stripe. 21 on the evening. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's made 5 from the line this evening. 5 of 6, and he misses the first one. A broadcaster's jinx on Colton Hawkins. As his brother, Caden, who plays for Johnny Logan, sits next to us here. Logan going to be playing tomorrow in Vincennes. 46-43. Second from Colton Hawkins is good. 1 for 2, gives him 23 in the game, 38 seconds remaining. Lions have a 4-point lead, 47-43. Ball's on the floor. It's going to stay with Vienna. He should have been called for a travel. The turnover goes out of bounds. It should have either been a travel, but the ball went out of bounds, and the turnover gives it to Carterville. So Carterville trying to run these final 29 seconds in the contest. Gully across midcourt, reverses, finds Hawkins. Hawkins to the high hash, has the ball slapped, and a foul is going to be called on Braden Smith, I believe. Braden Smith just picked up his third foul. Good ball game. So that's going to put Colton at the line. Colton with 23 on the night. With 21 seconds remaining. Lions up 4, 47-43. Quiet in the house. Free throw off the front of the iron. Shooting at a 50% clip here in the second half. He's got another one coming. Trying to get this out to a 5-point lead, a 2-possession game for Vienna. 47-43. 47-43. Hawkins misses the second free throw. 17 seconds. Vienna, front court, bucket, and the foul is going to be called on Alex Kimbrough. Is taking it to the hole. Hunter Webb gets fouled. The bucket counts. 13 in the game for Hunter Webb. Kimbrough picked up his fourth foul. 47-45 is our score. The free throw would cut it down to a 1-point lead, 14 seconds remaining. What an exciting finish here at Carterville High School. Who's going to win it? Stick around and find out. So at the line, it's going to be Hunter Webb. Hunter with 13 on the evening. He's already hit a couple from the stripe. The free throw rims out. Poole gets the rebound for Carterville. Finds Kimbrough. Hands it to Hawkins. Outlet pass to Jane Wilson. Back door. That's how you close it out. 4 seconds left. A 3 at the buzzer. No good. Vienna's jumper at the buzzer. Carterville wins it. 49-45 over Vienna. Here in the fourth quarter, what a good ball game as Carterville now is 4-1 on the season. Vienna is now 4-2 on the year. Lions win it 49-45. The final score. Stay with us. Our Riggins Pillage and Burke Funeral Home postgame show is coming up next on News Radio WJPF.
How long do you want me to take?
Go 90, please.
Visits and routine vaccinations, but you
Gotcha.
know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, southernillinoisvet.net.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home, serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Good ball game here at Carterville as they hold on to win 49-45 over the Vienna Eagles, as Vienna had cut it down to 2 points there with about 15 seconds left, but Carterville got the run out, the backdoor feed. They convert the other way, and they pick up the 4-point lead, 49-45. Vienna now 4-2 on the season. They have wins over Carrier Mills, El Dorado, Meridian, and Massac. And those 2 losses for Vienna to the Nashville Hornets and the Carterville Lions. Carterville now with wins over Jabot, Redbud, Trico, and now this very, very strong Vienna Eagle team and Coach Berlin Brower to improve to 4-1 on the season. That one loss to the Steelville Warriors. 49-45. Let's run through the scoring here. We'll start first for Coach Berlin Brower and the Vienna Eagles. They were led by the 13 points this evening from 2 players. Hunter Webb finished with 13. Jacob Waters finished for 13 to pace the Eagles. Also in double digits, Braden Smith finishes with 10 this evening. You have 2 from Joe Buenaraud, 4 from Silas Kruder, and 3 from Jackson Etheridge. That's it scoring-wise, as Vienna has 45 points here in this contest. It was quite the game for Colton Hawkins, the breakout game of the year for Colton, as he leads all scores this evening. He was fantastic. He finished with 23 points. He had 5 3-pointers. He had 6 points from the stripe and a 2-point field goal to account for his 23 points. He came in averaging just 6 points a ball game, but had played the first 4 games in foul trouble in that Trico tournament. Tonight stayed out of foul trouble, finishes with just 1, and leads all scorers with 23. 8 in the night for Jaden Wilson. 4 from Alex Kimbrough, 2 from Caden Wilson. He fouled out at the 2:33 mark of the fourth quarter. You had Parker Poole, who finished with 6 this evening, and Maddox Gully hit a couple of big 3-pointers for Carterville. He finishes with 6. Carterville pick up the 4-point win, 49-45 over the Vienna Eagles. We're going to go on and take a break here on our Riggins, Pillage, and Burke Funeral Home postgame show. We'll look at some scores from around Southern Illinois and await Coach Shane Hawkins to join us here coming up. As we continue here, we'll be back in 90 seconds on News Radio WJPF.
With their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIUCU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Lions are going to be back in action coming up on Friday night when they open river-to-river conference play. Of course, the defending champions on the Ohio side, they're going to have their first conference game Friday evening when the Heron Tigers and Coach Sailor Shirts come to town. That is a 7:45 tip-off. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 7:30 here on News Radio WJPF. Let's run through some scores we've got from around Southern Illinois. Fairfield over Florida this evening, 44-34. It was Carmi-White County winning again, beating NCOE 48-41. Weber Township gets a win over Hamco, 77-51. Goreville takes care of ZR tonight, 76-40. Cahokia Conference schools that are playing tonight. The last score I've got is Carlisle led Chester. Also, Eagles from Columbia and Triad were tied at 30. It is Staunton over East Alton Wood River. That's a halftime score, 46-7. As we look at Gateway Metro Schools, no score. What? Actually, one. Althoff gets a win tonight, 69-28 over McGivney. GEC Schools, a final. It's Carmi-White County. We mentioned that over NCOE. South 7 Schools. Centralia beat Jersey, the Panthers, 65-35. And other scores from the river to river this evening. DuQuoin took care of Redbud, 78-54. 49-45 our score here at Carterville High School. We're going to go on and take a break here on our Riggins Village and Burke Funeral Home. When we come back, we'll wait head coach Shane Hawkins to join us on our John A. Logan Coaches Show interview. It's coming up. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on News Radio WJPF.
And at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. It's Dave McKenzie and Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here on our postgame show, our John A. Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else postgame show. Coach Hawkins, that was just a dandy ball game. And
is that what you're calling it?
It was a dandy ball game. You get the 4-point win, and that Vienna Eagles team, that's a tough squad.
They are, and neither team played very well. Both teams fouled constantly.
Tons of fouls.
And we talked about it. We did the same thing last week. I mean, you have to understand how the game's being officiated. The guys with the whistles, they're not changing. Once they've set the way the game's going to be played, when they've set that the first 2 minutes of the game, they're either going to call everything or they're calling nothing.
And tonight they called everything.
You have to adjust.
Yep.
And I don't. And I watch games on TV all the time, or I go scout and I watch games, and it's like if you would call stuff early, then you wouldn't have as many problems later. And they called stuff early, and neither team adjusted.
Nope.
And it was bad fouls. We've made a big deal about going to the offensive glass, and we went, but we have to understand when we have a chance to get the ball and when we don't. It's sometimes you go and you get to your guy and he's got you checked out fine, but we're there. But sometimes the only way you're going to get it is if it double hits the rim or takes a funky bounce or it gets tipped.
Yep.
And that's fine. You're at least you're there for when that happens. But you can't just go climb on people's back and crush people all night long. And we had a bunch of we had like 4 or 5 fouls on offensive rebounds, which we're going.
Yep.
But now the next step is being a little bit smarter. And I thought we were up 6 at the half, and I thought we played really well the first half, with the exception of we were 4 of 16 from the arc. We were 6 of 12 from the free throw line, and we had 7 turnovers against a 2-3 zone. I mean, so that could have been 10, 12, 15 at the half instead of 6. And again, we've got youth out there, and we've got a lot of guys who haven't played varsity basketball, but it's game 5. We got to start making adjustments now.
It always, when I was in school, it was pounded into your head about free throws. And when you come into a game shooting 54%, I know it's early in the season, and I know it's not that big a deal yet. Yeah. But, I mean, at what point do you say, guys, come on.
We've said it a couple times already.
You know.
And you give them a little bit of grace early for this standpoint. You can shoot as many pressure free throws as you want in practice. It's still not game-like. It's still not.
It's different.
All right, I've made 4 trips up and down. I've guarded. I gave up an offensive rebound. I fouled. We've made 2 more trips, and now I get fouled, and I'm out of breath, and I have to gather myself, and I have to go find a way to make a free throw. Okay, I'll give you that for 4 or 5 games. But now you should be getting in or close to game shape. So now that's
which is muscle memory.
Yes, and now it's not allowing yourself to be mentally fatigued. It's you having a mentality and an attitude that, hey, I got fouled. This is 2. These are going to be the easiest 2 points I get all night. And I think we ended up. I think our guys on the bench had 9 of 28 from 3, and 8 of 20 from the free throw line. And we had good luck. There was probably 2 or 3 threes that we probably shouldn't have shot. But they're playing 2-3 zone. That's what we're got. I thought we had pretty good movement at times. We got some step-in threes. We just didn't shoot it very well. And then that kind of carried over to the free throw line.
Colton finally got things going tonight offensively. And I think the key to that was the fact that he stayed out of foul trouble. But he winds up finishing with 23 on the night. And a couple of big threes as well came from Maddox Gully. There was a big one there late in that game where that gave Carterville the lead back after they had got the lead.
It's game experience, and we're playing 2 sophomore point guards a lot. In fact, we're playing one of them who's on the floor almost all the time, and it's different. We're not playing freshman ball. We're not playing JV ball, and the intensity's ramped up. You're playing bigger, faster, stronger guys. The game moves faster. So they do things at times that are right, but then they kind of revert back every once in a while to freshman basketball, and it's going to come with experience. Again, those guys are 5 games in. And what we talk with our guys every single day is make a little bit of improvement every day. Right? We don't need a big jump tomorrow. We need to have a little. We need to get better tomorrow in a couple areas. Just show just a little bit of improvement. And that's how that's how every sport is. Just be consistent, be gradual in your level of play, and then in a month we're a way better basketball team.
Coach, and part of my key points in my pregame show was the fact that hopefully we're just a few weeks away from getting Drew Barrington back. But I got to say, your guards have actually done a pretty good job of handling the point, of handling the pressure when it's been applied. Whether it was Caden or Jaden or Maddox Gully, they've done a very good job of taking care of that ball.
They have, and it got a little kind of sketchy. They were, late the last minute. They went, ran and jumped and kind of trapped us a couple times, and it's things that you can do at lower levels that you can't do in a varsity game. Like we got to the sideline a couple times and got trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't do that. You can't do that in varsity basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to trap you, and they're going to shut off your outlets, and then you throw a hand grenade or a double bouncer, it gets picked off. And again, that's part of the learning curve. If we go back and watch film, and I challenge them, go watch a little bit of film. Watch your fouls, watch your turnovers. Don't watch every shot. Watch the things that can keep you on the floor or can make a difference, as opposed to figuring out when you can go get a ball and when you can't. And I think they want to. They want to get better. It means something to them. And I think we'll have some guys that will learn between now and Friday night.
Conference play starts Friday night. This time last year, this upcoming conference game was the difference in the conference. Heron Tigers are coming to town on Friday night. How do you feel about your team as you're getting ready to get into River to River conference play this weekend?
We're okay. We're okay. I mean, I think, and we'll have the EHT seed meeting tomorrow.
Oh, that is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Okay.
And
let's stay away from that 8:30 game or the 10 o'clock game.
Yeah.
So we don't want either one of those.
And it'll be the same thing that I said last year, because I think it holds true. We got the 1 seed last year because we beat Vienna and Heron in the same week. And it was, so the seed was actually a week later. Well, everything was a week later, but we had played those 2 games before the seed meeting. We almost had to be the 1 seed just because we had beaten those 2 in the same week. But I told them last year, I said, we are capable of playing with anybody in the tournament. But we are also capable of getting beat by 7 or 8 or 9 different teams. And I think that still holds true for us right now, this year. Now, hopefully it doesn't hold true in January, because I think this team will continue to improve. But I think right now we can kind of ride that roller coaster. There was times we did a lot of good things tonight, and there was times that we weren't real good. And you get in a bracketed tournament, and you're going to see pretty good teams. So I think we could be anywhere from 2 to 5, and that's fine.
Yep.
That number, I think what happens when you see bracketed tournaments, you start automatically looking at the number beside the team instead of the matchup. And people are going to do that with the college playoff.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to look at they're a 7 seed or they're a 5 seed. It's always about the matchup. It's the NCAA tournament. It's the 12-5.
Mm-hmm.
There's always, once a 12 seed. That 12 seed is always really good.
There is a 12 seed upset every tournament.
And you can sit there and look at it. If you follow college basketball, you can look at even 6-11s or 7-10s or 8-9s and say, there's no way that 9 is way better than the 8.
Yep.
It's about the matchup. And the same is going to be with this tournament or whatever holiday tournament you want to follow. It's not about the number out to the side. It's going to be that matchup. Because some teams are going to play a little bit different. Some people would not be a great matchup for us. We would not be a great matchup for somebody else, just based on style of play. So what we've got to push away from is our focus on the EHT, because we have 3 games before then that are way more important. All right, we got a conference game, and then we got a challenge next week with Goreville and Nashville.
Yep.
And that's way before the holiday tournament, and we've got to use these next 2 weeks before we get to the holiday tournament to work on us to continue to get better. We still have some deficiencies, as we saw tonight, but we're still winning games despite those deficiencies. And let's go make the next step to get better, and then kind of shorten up those deficiencies a little bit.
That is, we're going to take the games one game at a time. That's exactly what he just said there. Coach, congratulations, 49-45. Get to win tonight over a tough Vienna team. But you're now you are 4-1 on the season. Congratulations.
Yep. We'll take it.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here on our John A. Logan Coaches Show. Why would you go anywhere else? Spring registrations are starting, or they're going on right now, online at jalc.edu. Final score here tonight, 49-45. The Lions win it. They are 4-1 on the season, and Vienna now 4-2 on the year. Friday night, you heard us talk about the conference game against the Heron Tigers. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 7:30, and a tip-off is set for 7:45. For Eric Joins back at the studio, thanks, buddy, for your help tonight. I'm Dave McKenzie. Lions win it 49-45. Thank you for listening to Lions Sports here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody.
Good game, Dave.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll talk sometime this week.
Looking forward to it.
All right, man. Bye-bye.